Hello students, I'm Himani Sharma, your educator. I warmly welcome you all on our YouTube channel where we in today's video are going to move forward with a very important topic which is concerned with the unit of ICT. Correct? So you guys would have watched the previous videos. If you would not have, तो आप उन वीडियोस को भी देख सकते हो. There we have also tried to discuss about different schemes. But what are the schemes that we are going to talk about in today's lecture? We are going to talk about digital schemes, because we are dealing with the unit of ICT, so to say. So ICT, as we all know now and we are acquainted with, ICT stands for Information and Communication Technology. It is something which is setting a trend in the field of education as well. Even if we are trying to see, it is blooming from the ages which have been there, from the computers which were very large, to be fit in a particular room and all. We have come to laptops, phones, tablets and all. If we try to talk about the same thing in the field of education, in the previous times, even if we try to talk about the ancient eras, wahan pe traditionally, however, we were being taught. How were we being taught? We were being taught in the traditional format where the teacher used to come in the class, deliver the lecture, teach us and leave. Correct? But now with the advent of technology, education has also started booming. And for the same thing, the government of India has taken many steps to introduce people with the schemes just to make them aware of the education which they can get sitting at their homes and all. So what are the digital schemes? Where are we going to see that yahan se we can get access to quality education? Because the aim is to provide access and quality education to each and every citizen of India without compromising with anything. Correct? So let's just say abhi ke liye bhi, however you are viewing me, आप लोग कैसे देख रहे हो? You are viewing me through the YouTube platform. What is it? We are using the digitalized form of spreading knowledge, spreading education for the particular examination right now that we are dealing with is UGC NET. Correct? So we need to be really very aware, क्योंकि at times पे even if we are in the field of academia, हमें कई schemes के बारे में we are not generally known or familiar with. Correct? So we need to understand some schemes, and the schemes that we are going to cover in today's lecture is really very important, and they are interconnected with the fields of higher education, interconnected with the fields of research aptitude. So we are not just going to deal with the schemes related to ICT only. I know that they are digital in nature because ICT concerned hai, but we are also going to see that how the interlinkage of the other two units from research aptitude, or if we try to talk about higher education, how these three things come and make an amalgamation of the topics which time and again have been asked in the NET examination. Correct? So without wasting any further time, let's just understand and introduce ourselves with why we have different schemes introduced by the government of India. The government of India launched several digital schemes to promote ICT in higher education. Go back to the COVID times. You guys know at that particular time there were many teachers who were not really aware with how to deliver a lecture using Zoom platforms, using Google Meet. Correct? So now things are taking a new turn. Students and teachers, both of them are working together as under the scheme of ICT, that is NME ICT, जो National Mission on Education through ICT that we are going to do in the next slide. How the teachers are also getting acquainted with these styluses, the computers, the screens, the touch panels that you are seeing on your screen right now. So just to deliver education, and so that there is no obstacle which will be there, any hurdle which will be there in the field of education. So इस वजह से there are many schemes जिसकी वजह से teachers को भी acquaint किया जा रहा है, so on and so forth, to enhance the accessibility so that education is provided to all. Quality The quality is not compromised. A student who's coming in a class in the traditional format is learning in the same manner as an online student. And affordability, because we have many courses which are affordable in their nature. Let's just try to talk about different sources. यहाँ पे हमारे पास now we have distance education as well, correct? So the affordability of education has now been reduced because the education needs to go to the masses, even to the rural ones, where in the remote areas, education has not yet been spread to that much level as it is required. So the very first thing, because under NME ICT, almost all the schemes will fall. What is NME ICT? The full form, again is asked, and you need to be really very aware of the same thing. It stands for National Mission on Education through ICT. How you can incorporate different tools, how you can incorporate different applications, ways of spreading education to different masses of people using ICT. Technology ka use karke how the education would be spread. Comprehensive initiative to leverage ICT, the quality and reach of education, encompasses various projects which we are going to deal with in the upcoming slides, including content creation, teacher training courses are also there, and infrastructure development. Infrastructure development mein, if the schools need smart classes and all, are there any schemes for the same and all? Bridge the digital divide. What is the digital divide? The digital divide means, because of the fact, let's just try to understand it through an example. If from a very remote and rural area, a person is there, he has never ever come across a phone, never ever used a phone, come across so sakta hai, never ever used a phone, and there is a person who's from the urban area. Both of them meet, and the urban area person says that please call on this number, help me call on this number, correct? So the rural person is not aware of how to use a phone, how to use the phone and all. So just to acquaint the rural population, the remote area people with the usage of technology, to bridge the digital divide which is there between the people who are getting access to technology and the people who are not getting access to technology, correct? So उस gap को we need to reduce it to the maximum level so that the digital literacy also goes up. ठीक है, इसी वजह से आज हम लोग we are using phone pay, we are using Bheem UPI. What are these applications being used for? These are acquainting other people, even the elderly, even if they are not carrying cash, they can pay through their phones and all, correct? और वो phone चलाना आता होगा, only then the person would be able to do that. Moving forward, the very first scheme which falls under the category is NAD, which stands for National Academic Depository. Here, we will see that different institutions can issue us, store or verify the academic certifications of arts. So we can also upload, download, etc. these certificates from NAD, and the certificates will hold the same validity as a physical copy of the same. Okay? So even if I'm not copying a physical copy of my 10th or 12th certificate, but I have the same over the NAD platform and I have downloaded the same, it will be, authentic, it will be considered authentic, and, you can use it to apply anywhere for your further education, for application of a job and all. Authenticity, security and easy access, because we all use our phones most of the times. Eliminates the need for physical documents, because you will not have to carry your physical documents anywhere and everywhere. You will have the documents in one place and you can use them in one go by downloading them and all. Streamlines the verification process, because at times, let's just say I am going to appear for an interview and I forgot my 10th certificate or 12th certificate for that matter at my home, and I'm 8 hours away from my home. Now, but I'll be having my phone, I can download the certificate and show it to the authority, and that certificate would be considered authentic. Even the soft copy, जो pen drive में ना हो या किसी भी और format में भी होगा, that would be considered an authentic copy of the same. Moving forward, next we have NDL, that is National Digital Library. The name itself is suggesting that it's a library. There you are going to get lots and lots of books, journals, articles and all, right? Digital resources in its manner. Articles, videos and audio materials for different courses, for different topics for that matter, to promote open access to educational content to each and every person, regardless of their age. So your mother, who is, let's just say, aged 50, she wants to start learning again. She wants to know much and more facts about things and all. She can get educated sitting at her place, at her comfort. She can visit the NDL. She can read certain books, Hindi Sahitya ho gaya, ya English literature. She can go through the books. She can go through different articles to enhance her education or her understanding of the things. Supports lifelong learning in the sense that I tried to give you through an example of a mother. Correct? Then we have E-Yantra. Time and again, बहुत बार on E-Yantra question has been asked. This is a scheme which is there to promote robotics and embedded systems, right? So any competitions, etc. There are many institutions which register on E-Yantra platform under the particular scheme, right? And they promote the robotic learning, the learning of the technology in the students, correct? Training, resources and robotic kits for colleges and universities to promote creativity, problem solving and innovation in their mind. They are using now something which would be non-conventional in its nature. They are moving away from the classroom settings and moving, forward to something which is non-conventional, right? Not the conventional learning that a traditional method nahi use kar rahe. They are moving towards the non-conventional learning. They are using and incorporating the technological sources such as robotics kits so that bachcho ke andar problem solving skills, innovation, etc. It can be, something which could be bloomed in them. Then we have virtual labs. Labs usually we know they are laboratories physically, but the name here is suggesting virtual labs. Simulated environment for conducting experiments in practical learning. So whatever experimentation that you will have to do in your college, university, etc., you can perform the same experimentation visually using digital resources. So this would be considered as a digital experimentation mode. These labs cover various disciplines including physics, chemistry, biology and engineering to gain practical skills and knowledge remotely. This is something important. So any gaon ka bachcha who will not be able to go to a school and all but wants to learn much and more about science, tech, physics, biology and all and wants to perform certain experimentation, he or she can do through the scheme of virtual labs, correct? Then we have National Digital Literacy Mission, NDLM, asked in the NET examination to make individuals digitally literate. I already told you because the government of India in its own self wants to bridge the digital divide. So that could be done through the Digital Literacy Mission, where you are making the people literate about technology, literate about the phones and other things, the websites where they can, register the complaint if they are having any grievances from the other things. So usually logo ko Suvidha Center mein they had to go. But now there are various portals which people can use to register their complaint and all, right? To make them digitally literate, offers courses and resources and all so that people are learning much and more about the things around them which are tech savvy or technologically driven. Empower students and educators because it is helping both of them. Right? Because teachers at times also need education in the field of technology, as I already told you with the example of COVID only, correct? Then we have NPTEL, its full form has been asked in the NET examination, hence giving you PYQs throughout the video. This stands for National Program on Teaching, on Technology, National Program on Technology Enhanced Learning. So NEPTEL is something which on YouTube as well as on other websites, on its own website, also provides you with the different sources, different sources and resources for learning. So let's just say if you are from the English literature background, you guys will be able to go to the NEPTEL website, you can download, you can view the videos which have been uploaded and you can get easy access and free access to the same videos, to the educational content which has been uploaded there, correct? It is a joint initiative of the IITs and IISc Bangalore. Online courses and video lectures are there. But even if you're doing some course from NEPTEL and all, by the end, etc., you'll have to, if you want to have a certificate of the same, you'll have to pay a nominal fee, and the certification would be provided to you. Correct? High quality educational content, and it genuinely is, just like IGNOU and all, and certifications are already always provided, as I already told you, if you want to apply for the same, for the certificate. Correct? Moving forward, we have E-Gyan Mitra, which is going to be our friend in the field of E. Here is standing for electronic, right? And Gyan, knowledge. So it would be our friendly, friend, which is going to teach us, which is going to provide us with resources for lifelong learning as well. So provide educational content and resources, bridging the gap between urban and rural education, so that the remotely people can also access the same qualitative content that a person from an urban area is accessing. Right? Enables access to quality education in remote areas through digital means. So, ek jagah pe, let's just say there are certain smart boards which are installed in a particular village and all. Correct? That is an example of E-Gyan Mitra. Then we have NVLI, which stands for National Virtual Library of India, just like National Digital Library. This National Virtual Library of India would give you much and more insight into India's cultural and knowledge resources. We have a very, very vast and larger, longer and ancient system of education. If we try to talk about Panini, if we try to talk about Kautilya, ठीक है, तो हमारे यहाँ पे बहुत scholars have already been there, but some of them we are unaware of the same. So just to make us acquainted with the same things, from where the knowledge in India has come and all, National Virtual Library of India has already been there. Digital books are also there, provided manuscripts of some important works. Let's just say Manusmriti ho gaya, or other Vedas and all. If there are any manuscripts and all, they are also provided. Audio visual content and other cultural artifacts are also. So this is much and more related to the historical stance of a library than the NDL that we have already talked about. Preserves and promotes India's rich heritage. Correct? So that the upcoming generations are also aware that India may, if we try to talk about zero, who brought zero? It was Aryabhat, who is considered as a prominent grammarian in India. He is Panini, who has written Ashtadhyayi. Okay? So all these things, because generally we are not acquainted and we do not know these facts in a larger stance or a quick stance. But just to make the students, teachers, educators, everyone acquainted with the same thing, when it comes to India at a larger level, this particular portal, this scheme is there, right? So with this particular scheme, I'm wrapping up the session. I hope you liked it. If you have any doubts, you can drop them in the comment section below. I will try to reply for sure. Till then, you guys keep on studying. Thank you so much and have a good day. Bye-bye.